Hi kiddos, welcome back for our literacy project. So I asked you to really tune in to the things that Eratosthenes wondered about. So hopefully you have at least a couple in your head. I'll help you put them down on paper. And I really want you to take this idea of Eratosthenes and really all the Greeks that we've learned about, and I want you to wonder over the summer. I want you to be outside playing, have all the fun that you can, but also stop and wonder sometimes, like why the mountains still have snow. What's going to happen when the snow all melts? Why is the river really high right now? Why is my grass green and 3 weeks ago it wasn't? Why are flowers starting to pop out? Why are my trees starting to bloom? I want you just wondering. Just ask questions. Even if you don't find the answers, it's great to start asking the questions. You have your whole life ahead of you to answer them. Or you can ask mom and dad. Or you can even have them text me. We can find answers together. But even if you don't get the answers, it's great to ask the questions, okay? That's why we're wrapping up the year with this guy, because I love the way that he approached learning. He just asked and asked and asked and never gave up and kept wondering about all sorts of things. And that's really what I want you guys to do. That's one of the biggest things I can help you do, is to keep asking questions, okay? So we're gonna draw our buddy Eratosthenes and lots of the things that he loved to learn about and wonder about. So let's get started, okay? So I'm gonna start with his head. There it is. Gonna give him a neck. And a shoulder. Okay, I'm only gonna do that shoulder for the moment. And then this one is gonna be a little different because we're gonna go down and back up. We're gonna have him holding the earth. And then we're gonna go over here to his armpit, and we're gonna go down and back up. I feel like I just gave Eratosthenes a very long arm, but that's okay. Okay, so here we go. Okay, you got that. Now let's give him his chiton, his Greek toga. Okay, he's kind of in a pretty cool one here. If you notice, it had buttons, and then it kind of just flows down over his arms. More buttons. Okay, there's his chiton. Let you catch up on that. Then we're actually gonna put the world in his hand. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're gonna put a circle right here, and then we'll draw his fingers, okay? So here's the earth, because that's what he wondered about the most. So there's my circle for the earth. Okay, now we're gonna give him fingers. Watch this, we're gonna come over here. And I'm gonna have this part just crash into it. That's like his thumb back there, okay? And then we're gonna come out here and put on some fingers. So, see how I made those like little bubble L's? Bubble backwards L's, and now he has fingers holding the earth, okay? Then you can put on the continents. Remember, those are the 7 big pieces of land. Okay. Antarctica down here. North and South America. Okay. So there is the earth. Now let's give poor Eratosthenes a face. If you look, he has this funny thing across his head. I'm not sure why. He has very little hair. So we're going to give him eyes, eyebrows, and an ear. Then we'll go back and give him a nose, a mouth, and a beard. Okay, nose, mouth, and then his hair kind of comes down like this. Okay, I do his beard like that, remember? And then I'm going to go in and erase my chin line and stuff in here so that you can't see it. We just have Eratosthenes with his beard. All right, there's Eratosthenes holding the earth. That was his most important wondering, his most important discovery. I'm going to write his name at the top. Eratosthenes. Okay, there's cursive for you firsties. And then we'll do print for kinders. I'll do it right underneath, okay? Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes. There is print for the kinders. I'm going to double check my own spelling just to make sure. Eratosthenes. Okay, so there's his name. Now let's think about what other things was he really good at doing, wondering about. Remember when he was a little baby, what was he watching crawl on the floor? Ants. So you could have little ants crawling along the bottom of your page. Okay, because he would even wonder about insects. Okay, so I've got my little ants marching along. He wondered about ants. You can write ants. Okay. There's one thing he wondered about. He also was laying in his bed wondering about the stars and how they move. And he was wondering about constellations. Remember, those are the groups of stars that the Greeks started giving names to. So I'm just going to put stars up here. Okay, he wondered about the stars. He wondered about the wind and what makes it blow. So I'm going to put some wind here. Then you can sound out wind. Wind. 4 sounds. Wind. Okay, and then I really love that he made lists. He just made lists of things because we're always trying to connect things that we know in our heads. And if you have lists, that will help you connect them. So I'm just going to make up a pretend list here. List. Okay, so he loved lists. And then his biggest accomplishment was figuring out how big around the earth was. So if you think of the equator is a great way to think of it. You know, our globe in class, it has that blue line around the middle that I'm always showing you. So he figured out one little piece of that and was able to calculate his best guess about how big the earth was. And he was super close for doing it 2,000 years ago. Super duper close. So what he did was really great and a really good job of wondering. So we're gonna just draw a big long arrow like this around the earth. See how I did that? I started over here and went around, and I'm just gonna say how far with a question mark because that was one of the biggest things he wondered. Okay? So now you have this page full of all the things Eratosthenes wondered. You can color this in, you can hang it by your bed so that you remember this summer. Not only do I want you having fun, not only do I want you playing with your family, not only do I want you learning about your faith and becoming more and more of a saint, but I want you to just wonder. Just have fun wondering about the world God has created. All right, math is your last thing. I'll see you back here for that.